in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. No two NFL teams have played more often than the Bears and Packers, and we're underway from Lambeau. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They go play action with Wilson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Bears are going to take over here up near the 40. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
This defense for the Packers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Wilson on the keeper. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Packers who won that game on the road, so they'll be trying to win the season series here at home in Lambeau.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taken in at the 11. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now Wilson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Wilson.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings, because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players.
Dude, come on. Why is he
give it to the guys who play
fucking
best,
doing
and
that?
don't worry about the rest of it. And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he's going to be up around the 45-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left in no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes it back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up the first down.
Wilson's throw complete here to Kmet. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
We're scoreless after one. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson.
They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On second down, Mostert.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Mostert.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Running the counter with Mostert.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before it can even get started. That's a big loss of 40, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, they got the lead, but it's certainly not a big one. And how do you keep control of that lead? Certainly not by that last play there. They gave up a big sack on the first play of this drive. Now it's double the distance to the 1st down marker.
Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Pass complete across the formation to Melton.
And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Packers have moved out in front.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
It's a little humid. Yeah.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up the blitz here, or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wilson.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Wilson will throw again. His throw incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson.
Mostert bringing in the quick throw.
Come on.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 37. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays.
Touchdown! Marquise Goodwin, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bears have retaken the lead.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7.
Dude, these throw-out of sacks he's getting are fucking ridiculous.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on second down. Rodgers.
He's able to find Melton. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Rodgers going to try and run.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers.
A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Play after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this
Savage,
situation.
grab that tip pass.
Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now it's Rodgers.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Malik.
I need to quit forcing it to
Bears
go
are gonna
melt
take
or
possession
fucking.
of the football That is a tough way to start the third
No.
quarter. You get the football.
Christian's open. Trying to get Romeo Dobbs.
Instead, they get the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up.
Huh?
Now they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this
Yeah,
game.
I know.
You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The slot man in motion right. Second down. Here's Mostert again. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 51 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known to...
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run forward, Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 11 now, Rodgers. This pass complete to Melton. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Oh, my God.
2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Rodgers going to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Second down and goal. Rodgers, touchdown, Packers. A 2-yard touchdown.
That's what you get for fucking run committing.
Add on to their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball. But for
What the fuck just happened?
Chicago.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time.
the evidence was right there.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Wilson gonna throw for it.
I'm right there.
So they try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive with the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10.
Up the middle, Jones. And he's got some space here.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Rodgers. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
Off the option, it's Jones.
Oh, hit that
2
hole
yards on the
better.
carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Fuck.
Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson.
Getting this out to the flat. Mostert. He's got room past
Fucking Campbell got caught up, bro. Like, he would have been on him.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest
Kenny
of the team
Clark, come on.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. On first down, Wilson.
Open man is Komet, the tight end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be brought down at the 27.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They go play action with Wilson.
That's complete right side to Komet. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. The clear blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, he did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here, he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Gano's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than
I just got to go down and get a field goal. That's it.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum.
So you know they're
Fucking
riding high right now,
stupid.
and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
No, I
Intercepted.
didn't high pass it.
And the Bears are going to take possession.
I didn't
of the
high
football.
pass it.
All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go.
He's just gonna run out the clock now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Room here to run.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Wilson.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up. Ready.
No, I need to stop this QB sneak.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. 2 for 2 tonight. This will be for the win. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
Just like
All
that.
right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes
VI.
that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to tie things up in the final minute. And his kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
First throw in overtime now for Wilson. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13.
Fucking
and the Bears
Tolbert,
have
bro.
the first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit.
Definitely.
Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A lane there to run is Mostert able to get about 7 there on first down.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 36, Wilson.
No!
He's going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Wilson.
He'll get that complete to his tight end command.
Fuck.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete here to Komet. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive turn momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw again is Wilson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. Got to punt it right.
That's definitely
He's
the
got to
first
punt it.
instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert And that'll keep the drive alive. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
He's got to score, otherwise he doesn't win.
People overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
They'll run right side with Mostert.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. Gano's kick is good, and they have regained the lead.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.